So what's the issue?
Police try to say he was taking her in the car. Okay, so.
Anybody in the group can jump in. Why? Okay. Why did he say his rights were violated? That's a big deal. 5, 4.
They didn't have a warrant to go.
Because they didn't have a warrant. What was significant about this case? 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's got it next? Go.
It was the first cell phone case.
This was actually 1, 2, 3, 4. The first case dealing with a cell phone to figure out whether or not you needed a warrant. And did they decide that he did?
They did, and he walked.
Y'all have control. Did they? What did they decide?
They not even in your group.
Go ahead.
They did need a. They got him.
They got a warrant.
They needed one too.
They needed a warrant. So what happened to all the evidence?
It was no good.
They couldn't use it against him.
All the evidence was actually thrown out on this. 1, 2, 3, 4. They did get a warrant to go to the cell phone company. They did not get one to go through his phone, but all of it was illegally obtained, and they threw it out, which ultimately meant that the guy walked. The guy walked. If you would, go ahead and click, and if you could hit the light and click, and it is right at 3:30. Hit the lights if you would. If you will click 5 for Congress. Click. Reasons for high incumbency. Make sure that you think back to Eddie Murphy with money, with staff, with name recognition, all of those things straight from the chapter. Go to executive for 1. 5 best, or the number 1 attributes we already dealt with, but it didn't go. So click and touch the house. Okay, executive for 3. Click. Presidential vetoes. There was the regular veto, the line item veto, which is unconstitutional, and the pocket veto. All of these are in minute 12 of the president video. Touch the house. Go to 4. Yes, 4. Pictionary. This would have been makeup and the 1960 presidential election. Make sure that you're familiar with that. Executive 5. Youngstown versus Sawyer. Remember the 3-part test. President and Congress agree. President acts when Congress is silent. President and Congress disagree with the steel strike. Go ahead to Judiciary 5. Would have been outhouse, but did we draw outhouse? No, we didn't. Outhouse. Articles for 1. Top 5 presidents. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
Lincoln, Reagan, FDR, JFK, and click it. Those 4 points articles. Pictionary, that was what we just did. We were just dealing with cell phone. 5 points. Click. The Surgeon General, do you remember the Surgeon General?
Yeah.
Make sure that you're comfortable with her. And then civil rights for 5. Wow, we're going to have to take away points. Pictionary, civil rights for 5 was going to be fried chicken.
Oh, wow.
Examples of political correctness from chapter 5. And there's a boatload of them. So
Is that the thing with the job and the pants? What chapter?
yeah, that was, yes. Go ahead, Cigar.
5:11.
The videos are. The Jeopardy game itself is really a lot of list all you cans, but we've gone through just about everything, so the videos will be. Chiefs, let's see.
Final Jeopardy. You don't even need to count.
35, 40, 46, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 5, 10, 15, 20, 24, and 9. 14, Plaid Group, 12, Communist, 10, Populist, 8. Sign your names on a paper and give that to me. Good stuff, yeah. Hey, if y'all